Custom apparel is often treated as advertising. Put your logo on a shirt. Hand out a few hats. Order polos for the team. Give away hoodies at an event. And yes, custom apparel can absolutely help promote your business, nonprofit, school, campaign, or organization. When people wear your name, logo, colors, or message, your brand becomes more visible. But that is only part of the story. Custom apparel is not just something people wear to promote your organization. It can also help people feel connected to it. For businesses, nonprofits, political campaigns, schools, clubs, and community groups, branded apparel can create a sense of unity. It helps people feel like they are part of a team, not just showing up for a shift, volunteering for a day, attending an event, or supporting a cause. When it is done well, custom apparel becomes more than a shirt. It becomes a signal of belonging. Custom apparel helps people feel like part of something. There is a big difference between a group of people showing up in random clothing and a group of people showing up looking coordinated. Custom apparel can immediately create a sense of connection. Whether it is a staff polo, a volunteer t-shirt, a campaign hoodie, or a hat for your event crew, apparel gives people a shared identity. That matters. Employees feel more professional. Volunteers feel more involved. Supporters feel more connected to the mission. Event staff feel easier to identify. Campaign teams feel more unified. Even customers and donors can feel like they are part of something larger when they receive apparel tied to a cause, organization, or event they care about. The clothing itself may be simple, but the message behind it is powerful. We're on the same team. It makes your group look organized. Custom apparel also helps your organization make a stronger first impression. At trade shows, fundraisers, community events, open houses, school functions, grand openings, networking events, and political campaign stops, people often make quick judgments. They notice whether your team looks prepared. They notice whether your group looks professional. They notice whether they know who to approach. Branded apparel makes that easier. A coordinated shirt, polo, vest, jacket, or hat helps your team look organized without making everything feel overly formal. It gives your group a consistent appearance while still keeping things approachable. For businesses, this can make staff look more polished. For nonprofits, it can make volunteers easier to find. For events, it can help guests identify who is working the event. For campaigns, it can make supporters and team members more visible at canvassing events, rallies, parades, and community appearances. Custom apparel does not have to be complicated to be effective. Sometimes a clean logo, strong color choice, and comfortable garment are enough to bring the whole group together visually. It helps people know who to approach. One of the most practical benefits of custom apparel is identification. At a busy event, people do not always know who is in charge. They may have a question, need directions, want to make a donation, ask about services, or find someone from your organization. When your team is wearing custom apparel, you remove some of that confusion. A branded shirt or jacket quietly says, "You can ask me." That is helpful at community events, school functions, nonprofit fundraisers, trade shows, festivals, political events, conferences, and business open houses. It also creates a more welcoming experience. Instead of making guests search for someone who can help, custom apparel makes your team visible and accessible. It builds pride inside the organization. Custom apparel can also have a positive effect internally. A team shirt for a company milestone. Hoodies for staff appreciation. Polos for customer-facing employees. Hats for a production crew. T-shirts for volunteers. Jackets for a campaign team. These items can make people feel recognized. That is especially important for organizations that rely on volunteers, part-time staff, community support, or event-based teams. People want to feel that their involvement matters. Apparel can serve as a small but meaningful reminder that they are part of the effort. For nonprofits, a shirt from a fundraiser or awareness event can become a keepsake. For political campaigns, apparel can help supporters feel more connected to the candidate or cause. For businesses, branded apparel can strengthen company culture and create a more unified team environment. For schools and community groups, apparel can help bring people together around a shared identity. The best custom apparel is not just worn because someone was told to wear it. It is worn because the person feels connected to what it represents. It extends the life of an event. A flyer may get tossed. A social post may be forgotten. A sign may come down after the event. But a well-made t-shirt, hoodie, hat, or jacket can stick around. That is one of the reasons custom apparel can be so valuable. It gives people something tangible to take with them after an event, fundraiser, campaign, promotion, or company milestone. And when people keep wearing it, your message keeps traveling. A volunteer shirt from a charity walk may be worn again at the gym. A campaign shirt may show up at community events. A company hoodie may be worn outside of work. A school spirit shirt may be worn long after the fundraiser ends. That continued visibility is valuable, but so is the emotional connection. Apparel can remind people of a positive experience, a cause they supported, a team they were part of, or a moment they helped create. Not every apparel item needs to be a uniform. When some people hear custom apparel, they immediately think of uniforms. But custom apparel can be much more flexible than that. A business may want embroidered polos for staff, but also casual t-shirts for events. A nonprofit may want volunteer shirts for one event and nicer quarter zips for board members or donor gifts. A campaign may want t-shirts for supporters, hats for canvassers, and jackets for staff. A school may want spirit wear that students, parents, and teachers actually enjoy wearing. The key is to match the apparel to the purpose. Ask yourself, who will be wearing it? Where will they wear it? Is this for staff, volunteers, customers, donors, supporters, or event attendees? Does it need to feel professional, casual, fun, bold, subtle, or memorable? Will people want to wear it again? Those questions help guide better decisions about garment style, decoration method, colors, placement, and overall design. Good design makes a big difference. Custom apparel works best when it is thoughtfully designed. That does not always mean the design needs to be flashy. In many cases, simple is better. But it does need to be intentional. Logo size matters. Placement matters. Contrast matters. Color choices matter. The garment itself matters. A design that works well on a postcard or website may not automatically work well on a shirt or hat. A large logo across the front may be right for some situations. For others, a smaller chest logo, sleeve print, back design, embroidered mark, or more creative layout may be more wearable. The goal is not just to create something with your logo on it. The goal is to create something people will actually want to wear. That is where professional design and production guidance can make a major difference. The right approach can help your apparel look polished, feel appropriate for the audience, and support your larger brand. Apparel can support your brand without feeling like an ad. The strongest branded apparel often does not feel like advertising. It feels like part of the organization's personality. That could mean a clean embroidered polo for a professional services business, a bold event shirt for a nonprofit fundraiser, a fun staff shirt for a restaurant or retail shop, a campaign hat with a strong visual identity, a hoodie for a school, club, or community organization. When custom apparel feels authentic, people are more likely to wear it. And when people wear it proudly, your brand benefits. Not because the shirt is shouting at everyone, but because it represents something people feel good about being associated with. Custom apparel is about connection. Yes, custom apparel can promote your organization, but it can also do something deeper. It can bring people together. It can make teams look more professional. It can help volunteers feel appreciated. It can make supporters feel included. It can make events easier to navigate. It can turn a one-day experience into something people remember and wear again. That is why custom apparel should not be treated as an afterthought. When you choose the right garment, create the right design, and think carefully about the people who will wear it, custom apparel becomes more than a promotional product. It becomes part of your brand experience. And sometimes, it becomes part of what makes people feel like they belong. Need custom apparel for your team, event, campaign, or organization? Burlington Press helps businesses, nonprofits, political campaigns, schools, and local organizations create custom apparel that looks professional and feels true to the brand. From design and garment selection to printing and production, we can help you create apparel your team, volunteers, supporters, or customers will be proud to wear.